Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we are playing the deck that is the bane of Historic at the moment right now. I'm not actually sure this is a good thing to be showing, but everyone else is doing it. You probably run into this a lot if you're playing any Historic at all right now. Throes of Chaos has Cascade. It cascades into Tibalts Trickery. Tibalts Trickery is able to actually counter Throes of Chaos, which is still on the stack, which then lets us go off with Tibalts Trickery, find one of these creatures, one of these cards, which are all really amazing, and we get to cast it for free, or we fizzle and find an extra Tibalts Trickery, and that can be a bad thing. But this deck just goes off. It's pretty cool. It does its thing. It Tibalts Trickery is really consistently, and the nice thing is that Throes of Chaos also has a retrace, which means we can discard a land and cast it again from graveyard, and so we can do it over and over and over again. Well, as long as we have Tibalts Trickery. So 4 times, and then we get Tibalts Trickery, and it's just as insane. So we get to not only go off with this like how it's been before. You could typically in the past do it on turn 2 really consistently, or if you mulligan really efficiently, you could find the Tormod's Crypt or a 0-cost spell, cast Tibalts Trickery, maybe potentially hit into all this stuff. Now it's a lot more consistent because you get to go off with the Magma Opus on turn 3 or on turn 4 consistently with all the lands that we're running, because we have, what, 33 lands right now. Then we get to do it again the next turn, and then the next turn, and then the next turn 4 times, and you should be able to win games with 4 of these things. At the same time, though, everyone else is playing the same thing, and that does make it a little bit awkward. That's why Ulamog is in here, because it's one of the best ones in the mirror match. It's good in a lot of things as well. And then there is Sarah's Emissary. I didn't want to spend a mythic wildcard for this because I don't have it. Oh, come on. Sarah's Emissary. White mana. There we go. That's what it was. All right. It's really good. It gives protection from other stuff. It gives protection from creatures, which means that as things are entering the battlefield, like Ulamog, whatever, they can't actually protect you, and creatures you control have protection from the chosen card type, which is really good. That's another good one to bring in. If you don't want to spend mythic wildcards for that, there's still just a bunch of other good things to be going off with. There's plenty of other mythics in this anyway. So anyway, that's the deck. We have some good stuff in the mana base here as well. Crawling Barrens, Blast Zone, but for the most part, just untapped red lands so that we can be playing out Throes of Chaos on turn 4, turn 3 as consistently as possible. And that's the deck. All right, let's dive into it. Here we go. Wish me luck. By the way, this deck has been played by everyone right now. It is everywhere. And so I built a prison deck, a good answer for that deck here that I'm going to be playing tomorrow. If you guys want to check that out, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button so you know when all of my other content is coming out. I want to make sure that we have answers for all the annoying stuff that is being played out there, and that's my answer for it. All right, I'm against Samuel, and we mulligan until we have a Throes of Chaos. We have a Throes of Chaos. And then we actually want to get Tibalts Trickeries out of our hand. So get that out of here. Mountain, pass the turn. And yeah, Tibalts Trickeries in hand aren't as useful, of course. Pass the turn, play the land, just keep doing that. Play lands, pass turn until we have 4. Freebooter gets rid of Throes of Chaos. That's another good answer for this matchup. Just get rid of our Throes of Chaos. Discard seems legitimately bad for us. Magma Opus is interesting. That's actually a card that we might want to have. But we'll ramp, I guess, to get it to an Ulamog or something else, or one of these fellas. Trying to play as many red colored dual lands as possible so we can have a chance to play out all these other things. That is one downside of Crawling Barrens and Blast Zone, though, is that it's harder to cast in Ultimatum. All right, pass the turn. And yeah, a lot of decks are coming, a lot of people are coming out with answers for this deck because it's been everywhere. And so I don't think it's quite ban worthy, but it's definitely in the annoying realm. Glad I didn't sacrifice the treasure for that. That would have been awkward. Decline. All right, so we have 6 mana right now. Unfortunately, Crawling Barrens means we won't get the Genesis Ultimatum, but that's okay. So yeah, even with an untapped land here, we're still, I think, dead in 2 turns. So we're just hoping to top deck a Throes of Chaos into an Ugin. They're really deciding if they want to do stuff or not here. So I was running a bunch of cycling lands and scry lands and things like that to be able to have Throes of Chaos, like be able to find a little bit more consistently in this kind of situation. I decided to go for the fast lands instead. Just making sure you can actually hit those is really important. Takes a Genesis Ultimatum. Come on, Throes of Chaos off the top. We're not dead until we're dead. Deep stuff there. And I believe that is game. All right, well, that's game. We tried. It was fun. We're done. Up against Bean and Mulligan until we find Throes of Chaos. There it is with a Magma Opus again. Wow. We're going to be up against Discard again, too. Of course we are. Honestly, Discard is a great answer for what's going on with the format right now. Ranch Walker. All right, so seems to be a fair deck. We should destroy fair decks because we're awesome and hate people. Pass the turn. What in the world? My phone just keeps like setting alarms for myself. I did not say okay Google. Okay, now it did. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. Cultivates. Cool. Okay, so for falls, throw some chaos. I know that is the wrong way to use the word throw. Just so you guys know, I am aware. For everyone that's a grammar Nazi out there that is really, really offended by the way I say things, deal with it. Ooh, that's a good hit. Enters tabbed. Not a bad turn 3, I've decided. Was that turn 4? It's turn 3, right? They just already have lands, right? Yeah, cultivate. Not a bad turn 3. Explores. We also hold up Tibalts Trickery as an answer for whatever bad thing they might have. Yeah. You have something that's not that. How about that? Harmonize. Drawing 3 cards is not a bad option there, though. But we get to hit in for lots more damage now. Sweet stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Way to go, us. Sell 5. Yeah. What an amazing opening hand. We'll keep it. Throes of Chaos and Magma. We've had it every time. The turn 3 throws is clearly very consistent. It's never not going to happen. I've decided. We're never going to have to mulligan down to 3 or whatever. By the way, so this deck, I was playing a different version of it that I've kind of fixed it up a little bit now, but just in testing, and I won like 10 games in a row. It was just very consistent. No one else was really playing it yet. Like 1 or 2 other people were. And then the next day I'm deciding to play it for the combo or for the video, and I lost like 5 games in a row, and I guess 6 games in a row because the first one here. I decided to take a break, come back and re-record a little bit. So hopefully this one has wins, but if it doesn't, that's just how it goes, guys. These more aggro decks are going to be rough, but luckily we've been being on the play and doing cool stuff. Drain Rage Channeler. Cool. I'll allow it. Brute. They didn't attack in with the Brute? So confused. All right, Mountain. A Blast Zone actually might be a good thing to be playing here, but Throws of Chaos. And opponent scoops it up. Yeah, I think everyone is just exhausted by this deck right now. Where the nice right there is just like, yeah, we're done with this. I am playing in free play. I just realized that. I probably should be playing this in ranked. Up against Knight and Mulligan. After playing all the other Tibalts Trickery decks, like I feel like I should be keeping Tibalts Trickery in my opening hand, but now it's Throes of Chaos. Got to remember, it's the opposite one you have to have. All right, what's going on here? What you got, sir? Down to 2. All right, so mirror match, I'm assuming. We should be in good shape if they mulligan down to 2 for the Throes of Chaos, or maybe they just kept 2 lands there. We should be in okay shape. Pass the turn. Don't want to find too many Tibalts trickeries. That would be for the best to not have that. They have the Opus. Do they have the land and then Throws of Chaos with a 2-land hand? What? That is the best draws I've ever seen in my life. And then they oh no, so this is Tibalts trickery. Okay, I was gonna say I thought they fizzled for a second. All right, yeah, resolve. I could trickery their trickery and then let them go off with it. That could be a way to go. They got an Opus. All right, Opus is not the worst. That's at least something where we're in better shape. But they should be able to go off again on the next turn. They should be able to, if they hopefully find a land, for them, they hopefully find a land and a land to start going off themselves. Throw some chaos. Trickery. Sure. Coma. All right, so I ran into this before. So if you trickery your own trickery, so if you cascade and trickery goes on the stack, and then you cast the trickery onto the trickery itself, this is saying that it just fizzles. It goes away. Like the other trickery is gone. It doesn't keep going. That doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like if it's on the stack, I should be able to counter the effect, even though I guess it's finished with its effect. It's still on the stack, and you should be able to counter it and then go off with this trickery. So I'm not sure why or how that works. Maybe it goes away because it finished its thing right then. I don't know. I don't know things, fellas. They didn't have a land in those other 2 cards for the other Throws of Chaos. Wowzers. Well then, let's play Steam Vents tapped. Chaos. I guess I don't have to do that one. Let's do this one and not discard stuff. As you can see, though, everyone's playing this stack. It's very common. All right, so we found this again. So you feel like you should be able to cast this. This will stay on the stack, and it should trigger Tibalts Trickery. But for some reason, I think because this one's finished, once it's resolved its effect, it goes away. I guess I don't know the actual how that works, but it's annoying because it does not work how you feel like it should. All right, up to 6 mana next turn, almost a Genesis Ultimatum just by itself, which is definitely, I think, better than just playing Throws of Chaos itself. It's a good card for our deck. If we find big things, the big things are big. The next best thing we can play is an Ulamog to get rid of their lands. That would be awesome. Did they not find another land? Pass to my turn. How much damage do we have? We have 9, 6. So we have lethal. And so I think we go for the lethal, right? I mean, we're gonna go for big, awesome spells first. We're gonna try to find an Ulamog or whatever else. Then we have one more Tibalts Trickery in deck. Okay, that's the last card. Crazy. Wait, did it go to the bottom library because of whatever effect? There it is. That's the Ulamog. That's what we were looking for. We already had lethal by using Coma to sacrifice the Serpent to tap this guy down, swing in for, I think it was 15 points of damage. So we were fine. But, I mean, if you have a chance, the Ulamog. Yeah, Ulamog, right? All right, up against Freak Show. Only 3 lands. Man, that's a lot of not very many lands. But we have a throw, so we're going to keep it. Don't want to risk mulliganing into Oblivion with this one. So let's talk about ways to stop the Throws of Chaos synergy or whatever. So Cascade says you exile cards from the top of the library until exile a non-land card, and then you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Drannith Magistrate shuts that down. And I think that might be like the only way to really shut it down. Is Drannith Magistrate, because it's the only thing that stops things from casting from wherever. Like even Grafdigger's Cage or whatever doesn't stop that, and so Drannith Magistrate is the way. And then, oh man, we need to stop drawing Tibalts Trickeries. That's actually very bad for us. And then besides that, wow, that is a lot of Soul Wardens. Yeah, sure, gain all the life. Is this the Vesper Lark combo? We can always just hold up Tibalts Trickeries to answer the Vesper Lark combo as well. Slow them down a little bit. Yeah, discard stops them from doing stuff. Making things cost more is another way. So Thalia is actually a pretty good answer for this in general. So yeah, there are a few good ways to go about it. All right, so here we go. See, yeah, I don't know. I'm just confused how this works. Opus. Yeah, so we'll do that one. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap this once, why not? And all of the things they did the last few turns are now gone. It's so sad. But it did gain some life. Yeah, I'm feeling Vesper Lark combo. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I'm feeling. So we're gonna maybe hold on to a Tibalts Trickery here instead. Or do we just win? There's a chance that we... What else can we find? Coma... Does Coma stop it from going off? I don't think so. So if they have the Vesper Lark combo in hand... I think we got to wait one more turn until we have mana for the Tibalts Trickery. But if we draw the other Tibalts Trickery, then we don't get to do it again. Okay, down to 21. Pass the turn. Soul Warden. All right, so doesn't look like they have it yet. Blood Artist. That's fine. Okay, get out all of the colors for this ultimatum. Wow, we don't have a lot of blue mana. We're really far away from that. All right, but we have mana for Tibalts Trickery to stop them from doing shenanigans. What just happened? Why don't I have a Tibalts Trickery here? Oh, there it is. Okay. That was the weirdest thing ever. Arena just completely broke on me. Oh, there's Ugin. All right, life is fantastic now. Attack in. We are gonna exile all of them. It's cheap enough to do so. They don't block. All right, cool. Yeah, -2. Was that 4 Soul Wardens, by the way? Yeah, the other one's exiled, right? That was 4 Soul Wardens. How about that? All right, so we don't have any more trickeries in the deck. That means we're just going with the Ugin plan here. So yeah, we could cast it and then Tibalts Trickery in response, but because they were doing a combo deck, we might as well just hold off for a little bit. Keep doing this. We have one in hand, so I guess I can play out the other land, so we can play Ugin again later. But right now we're trying to get to the ultimate and just be able to do awesome things. Innkeeper. That's a blue source. I like blue sources. Kill you. Pass the turn.
Ghost fire, my greatest creation.
Still not quite enough blue mana for the ultimatum, but this should do it. All right, draw 7 cards. Gain 7 life. We actually want to be able to cast the Ulamog, huh? So let's not do that just yet. We'll have plenty of mana later. 7 permanents. Let's do those ones. These all enter untapped, right? Yeah, so we'll pay 2 life. Keep the new Ugin. Deal the damages. And we still get to have mana for the Tibalts Trickeries. So awesome. Let's get rid of their white mana. Oh, it's just brutal. And pass the turn. Yeah, that's pretty decent. Opponent finally scoops it up. They still have the best ruler combo potentially for a while. They should have scooped up a little bit ago, or just held things in hand for a little bit longer to try to get to it. But all right, not too shabby. All right, Mole again. Opuses. That's a lot of Throes of Chaos. All right, keep this one. I guess we drop all of these. They don't really matter to have extras. Sure. I mean, in some ways it could be nice if you don't end up finding the lands to retrace up against a mirror match. Who could have guessed? Everyone and their dog is playing this deck right now. Magic is so fun with this combo. Will this finally be the thing that bans Tibalts Trickery? Like, I really hope so. It's gots to go, you know? It just, like, I think it's okay if they didn't have Cascade. So maybe they get rid of Cascade and that makes it better. But I'm not so sure. I think we actually hold on to this Magma Opus. We can't really go faster at the moment. We could ramp up to an Ugin at some point, I suppose. Okay, come on, Ulamog. If we get the Ulamog, we win. First to Chaos into an Ulamog. Well. Ah, Fizzle. For the Fizzle. Throes of Chaos. Do they get the Ulamog? There's a Tibalts Trickery. Gets to go off with it. Lost the Ulamog. Alright, Opus is just fine. Just fine. Fine and dandy, in fact. 4 damage to our face, gets a 4/4, draws a couple cards. I mean, it's not a bad thing to hit. Alright, I actually only have 3 copies of Ulamog. I probably should have more copies of Ulamog. Come on, Trickery. It did it again! What's going on with this? Alright, so... that's such a funky little glitch there. Oh, again? The double Fizzle in a row? That is not cool, I've decided. Yeah, some people are playing the Emergent Ultimatum. I actually think it's a good play in this one. There's probably a way to string together a win out of it. Aha! 2 Opuses in a row. Definitely not bad, but it gives us a chance to come back and win the game. I'm sorry, guys. I'm feeling animated today. I mean, sorry, not sorry. You're welcome. Not a land. Not a land. Wow. All right, good game. Couldn't find a land for the Throes of Chaos. I guess maybe I shouldn't have played the other land out. I was trying to get up to the other stuff. We also fizzled with Tibalts Trickery 2 times in a row, which is always a possibility. It's the least likely thing to happen, but it's always a possibility. Oh. All right, guys, I'm done with playing this deck. I think it's a fun-ish one. Answers for it is discard the Throes of Chaos, make it cost more with Thalia or other ways to do it. Land destruction, I think, is actually pretty good against it, although you have to be able to be on the play in case they have the Magma Opus or whatever. And then, what else? Drannith Magistrate is the other one that takes care of it. So there's a few ways to deal with this deck. It's an annoying one, but I think the ways that you deal with it deal with a lot of other things, and so I think it's not quite ban worthy yet. Other than that, it's just kind of unfun. It's one of those, like, people are just mulliganing. It's really consistent now. Like, the whole thing with Tibalts Trickery, why it wasn't banned before, is because it wasn't consistent. Now it's a lot more consistent because you get to do it potentially 4 times in a row. And that's just insane. It really is. And so I'm not sure if it should be banned yet. I'd love to know down in the comments below what you guys think about it. I think that it's not necessarily even winning on turn 4. And there's a lot of other decks that are winning by turn 3, turn 4 fairly consistently too. And so I think it's in the same realm as all of those. Like, it's not winning faster than those. And maybe just playing one of those decks that does win faster than that is better. At the same time, though, it shuts people down hard on turn 3, turn 4, and I don't know. So I don't know. Comments down below, let me know. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.